Polar bears' secret weaponized camouflage. The Arctic's beauty can be deceiving. It's a landscape of subtle shifts in color and texture designed to camouflage its inhabitants. And no animal embodies this mastery of disguise better than the polar bear. Their fur isn't actually white, but translucent. Each hair is hollow, reflecting light and appearing brilliant white against snow and ice. This incredible adaptation allows them to virtually disappear when hunting seals near breathing holes or stalking across vast ice floes. Stick around. You're about to learn something wild. But first, tap like and hit subscribe so you don't miss the next mind. Beyond color, their shape blends seamlessly with the environment. Their long neck and flexible spine allow them to move silently and deliberately, further enhancing their camouflage. It's a perfect example of evolutionary engineering at its finest. For a long time, it seemed like such a straightforward adaptation. The polar bear's brilliant white fur was clearly an advantage for blending into its icy world. It's easy to imagine how that camouflage would help them stalk seals near breathing holes or disappear against a snowdrift while waiting to ambush prey. For generations of scientists observing these magnificent animals, this simple explanation seemed perfectly logical and sufficient. We assumed the color served solely as a visual disguise, allowing them to become virtually invisible in their Arctic habitat. However, recent research has revealed a fascinating complexity that goes far beyond mere camouflage. It's a common misconception that polar bears are white. They appear dazzlingly bright against the Arctic landscape, but recent scientific investigation has uncovered something truly fascinating. Their fur isn't actually pigmented at all. It's completely transparent. Each hair is hollow and lacks any color, producing pigment. Instead, the apparent whiteness we see comes from the way light reflects off these clear hairs and scatters through the air, a phenomenon called diffraction. The illusion of white is created by how light interacts with the fur's structure, not by the inherent color of the hair itself. Interestingly, if you were to examine a polar bear's fur under a microscope, it would look almost completely colorless, like clear glass. You might imagine a polar bear's fur is white because it's pigmented, like ours. But that's actually not how it works. Each individual hair isn't inherently colored at all. Instead, they are surprisingly transparent, almost like strands of human hair. The magic lies in microscopic structures within each hair shaft. These tiny, intricate shapes scatter light in a way that reflects all colors back to us, creating the illusion of pure white. It's a brilliant example of physics and biology working together to provide incredible camouflage in an Arctic environment. It's fascinating to consider that a polar bear's fur isn't actually white. Each hair is surprisingly translucent and hollow. Light interacts with these tiny air-filled spaces within the hairs, causing what scientists call Rayleigh scattering. This phenomenon happens when light waves scatter off particles much smaller than their wavelength. Think of how the sky appears blue due to similar scattering of sunlight by air molecules. The effect essentially redirects all colors of light equally, but because we perceive a balance of those scattered colors, it creates the appearance of white for us. It's an incredible optical illusion built into their very fur. It's a fascinating detail often overlooked. Polar bears can actually adjust how white they appear. While their fur is inherently translucent and reflects light to create that iconic snowy look, the degree of whiteness can change based on external factors. When completely coated in fresh snow or ice crystals, those crystals adhere to their fur, amplifying the reflective properties and making them seem even brighter. Conversely, when a polar bear is wet or has been rolling in dirt or algae, the apparent whiteness diminishes as these substances darken the fur's surface. It's a subtle but remarkable example of how they adapt to their environment, essentially manipulating their camouflage based on what's around them. You might notice that a polar bear's coloration isn't quite as stark white as you initially think. Close observation reveals subtle differences in shade across its body. Areas like the nose and ears, which are constantly exposed to sunlight, often display a faint yellowish tint. This isn't due to pigment, it's actually the result of accumulated oils from their skin and diet. These oils absorb light and create this gentle hue, a testament to how even seemingly uniform appearances can hold fascinating details. Their white fur isn't just for camouflage, it's a masterclass in adaptation that allows them to become almost invisible against the snow and ice. This is absolutely critical for their hunting success. Imagine trying to sneak up on a seal when you're a dark shape against a bright, reflective surface, nearly impossible. The white coloration helps them stalk seals and other prey undetected across the icy terrain, approaching within striking distance without alerting their target. It's an incredible example of how evolution has shaped these magnificent creatures for survival in one of Earth's most challenging environments. Believe it or not, polar bears sometimes have a surprisingly resourceful trick to deal with the intense Arctic sun during summer. In certain regions where the snow melts and exposes bare ground, you might notice these incredible animals deliberately covering their fur in mud or dirt. It's essentially a natural form of sunscreen. The dark pigment helps absorb some of those harsh rays, protecting their sensitive skin from sunburn and heat stress. This behavior isn't seen everywhere, as it depends on the availability of suitable materials and the intensity of sunlight. But when observed, it provides a fascinating insight into how adaptable these creatures truly are. Polar bears are masters of camouflage, and it's truly remarkable how they appear to vanish against snowy landscapes or rocky shorelines. Their fur isn't actually white, each hair is transparent, reflecting the available light, whether that's bright sunshine on ice or the muted tones of a gray day. This allows them to practically disappear when hunting seals or evading danger. It's not just about color, though. Their ability to move silently and deliberately adds to this illusion. The seamless blending demonstrates precisely how powerfully evolution has shaped these animals for survival in such a harsh environment. They are living proof of nature's ingenuity,